It's impossible understanding European Portuguese. It's easier to learn Brazilian Portuguese because it's easier to understand Brazilians. It's easier to understand the Spanish. It's easier to understand anything but Portuguese. And I still struggle understanding the Portuguese. I just don't know what's happening because the way they write is different from the way they speak. Sounds familiar? Well, it may seem impossible because they sound like percebeste, não percebeste, 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 percebeste. I understand that this is very frustrating, but there's a pattern that you can learn. It's possible to understand Portuguese in real life when they speak fast and they sound like crazy. And I'm here today to teach you one of those patterns. Olá, I'm Sara. I'm Portuguese teacher, and I'm here to help you enter the Portuguese world. And I want you to be able to have a conversation with the Portuguese. But if you want to have a conversation, you need to understand what they are saying, because how are you going to reply back? It's impossible to have a conversation if we don't understand what the other person is saying, right? So there is a particular sound that it's one of the most important sounds that you need to know that are eaten, swollen, that we just cut it because it's a very low, it's a very weak sound, and just like a weak zebra that the lion is going to eat because the wicks are the one that are eaten first. This is what's going to happen with these low vowels, just like the vowel that's right, the sound you can tell that it's low, it's weak, let's say, sound and if you didn't notice yet, let me tell you, to have pronunciation similar to native pronunciation, just like the Portuguese, you need to close your mouth. I know that in Spanish and Brazilian Portuguese, they open the mouth more because they have more open sounds. But in Portuguese, we have lower sounds, so you need to close your mouth a little bit more. So instead of pronouncing e, sometimes we need to pronounce u. This sound is one of the different sounds that the letter e may have. U. So let me give you 3 words to exemplify what happens with the sound u. It sounds a little bit weird, right? So the first word is cidade. 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 Do you think I'm pronouncing the u? If you ask any Portuguese speaker, doesn't matter if this person has a degree, went to the university or not, or is just a teenager or whatever, everyone will tell you that yes, we are pronouncing, of course we are pronouncing. That's the sound, the normal sound, like any other sound. Cidade, the letter is there to pronounce. Well, what happens with Portuguese is actually we pronounce it, not that don't really pronounce it, actually. Because what happens here, 2 things. First, the consonant D, that is pronounced D, already has that sound in it. D. So let's do a little bit of math. We have D plus equals D. D plus equals D. So what's the difference between the sound of the consonant and the sound of the consonant plus the vowel. Zero difference. There's no difference. So it really sounds that we are not pronouncing the there. The second thing is that in Portuguese, we always have one syllable that is higher than the other. And the last syllable, which is when we have this this is not the highest syllable. The highest syllable is da, cidade, cidade. So da is the syllable that we will pronounce, and you will hear this syllable and this vowel a very clearly. The other vowels, we may not hear them. So cidade, cidade. Well, if we think about the first syllable, C, well, it's C in Portuguese. The consonant in Portuguese is C, C. But this syllable, if I read it in Portuguese, C, it sounds like the name of the letter in English. So maybe for you, as you are English speaker, a native English speaker, maybe for you it sounds just like the consonant, the C, A, B, C. But C in Portuguese is these two letters, C, E. So cidade. Let me give you another example. Verdade, verdade. The same happens here with that You don't hear it. You just hear the sound of the consonant. Verdade. And again, the highest syllable is the one in the middle. Da. Da. So you hear this clearly. Da. The vowel in the highest syllable is the one that you are going to hear clearly, not the others. Verdade. That's true. Verdade. And the last example, noite, noite, noite. Is the same thing. We have consonant and this sound U. So we are going just to hear the sound of the consonant T, because T plus U is T. So no difference. T, noite. I hope this is clear by now that this U is not actually there in these situations, but if you can't distinguish it, if it's not clear for you yet, let me do something. I will read these words as if they were, as if all the sounds were open. So, cidade, cidade. But we don't say cidade. We don't open the sound, we close it. Portuguese is calm, calm. Introvert, so it's low. Not cidade, cidade. We don't say verdade. We say verdade. Verdade, verdade. We don't say noite. We say noite. Noite, noite. Lower. So, in terms of pronunciation, for you to pronounce it, my advice is to close your mouth more. Get used to it. If you're used to noite, verdade, if you're used to open it more, close it. And when you have this consonant and the that is lower and we are not going to pronounce. When we have an accent on top of the vowel, that's when we open the sound. If we don't open the sound, then we don't have an accent. We do it low. All right? You can think about Portuguese not as a shy person, but an introvert, very calm. All right? someone that doesn't make that noise, very thoughtful, like thinking about life, okay, not very noisy, that doesn't go to parties, doesn't scream, always very calm. This is Portuguese. All right, this is European Portuguese because Brazilian Portuguese can sound a little bit louder, right? Okay. This is a way for you to get used to it. All right, let me know in the comments if this explanation helped, if it changed something in your life. You can also try to spot these particular situations in your daily life when you're talking with your friends, your Portuguese friends, or when you are watching something on YouTube, on Instagram, something made by a Portuguese content creator. If you want to go deep and learn all the situations when we omit sounds, we just eat them, or we change them, I I have this very complete course. It's called Understand Portuguese because the focus is actually to help you understand the Portuguese. We don't have just the explanation on how we swallow the letters, not just the theory, but you also have listening techniques so you can train your ear in different ways with different content, with authentic material, so you can practice and get used to it, and then you can have conversation with your friends in real life. And all your effort that you have been doing, spending money, traveling, uh, spending energy, time learning Portuguese will pay off, because it doesn't matter, anything matters. You may know everything, but if you can't understand when the Portuguese speak, then it's kind of worthless, right? And I don't want you to feel that frustration. I'm here. That's why I teach Portuguese, and I love it. See you in the next time. Ciao.